Hi everyone! Today you are going to be finishing up your balloon animal projects. I know these have been super fun so far and I can't wait to see them when they're all finished up. Pay special attention to the video and how I show you to glue the highlights, and your sub can even pause the video when it's showing the dog so that you can see how the highlights should go. Adding those highlights in the right spots when you're constructing it will make it look even more realistic. So we want to make sure all those shiny spots are pointing up toward the sky so that it looks like it would in real life. Then you're going to be adding a background and you're going to use marker on the same color paper for your background. So I've laid out some papers on the white table in the back that you can choose for your background, and you need to use the same color marker as your background so that you can create a monochromatic simple background. So in this case, your options are going to be yellow, orange, green, or red for your background, and you're going to be gluing your dog to your background so that it can be all done. Your job is to get these completely finished today. So make sure when you're all done that you put your name and code on the back of them, because they all look kind of similar. They're all balloon dogs. So we want to make sure that we know whose is whose, and I can't wait to see these when I get back. You have a fabulous day. Next, we will cut out all of the ovals that will become our different parts of our balloon dog. Carefully cut around the outside of the black marker line so that the black marker stays connected to your different ovals. Now it's your turn. Cut out all of your ovals. Once you have finished cutting out your ovals, you will also need to carefully cut out your tiny oval for your tail, as well as the tiny piece that will become the nose of your balloon dog. Cut very carefully and make sure to put these somewhere special on your table so that they don't accidentally get thrown away or mixed in with the scraps. When you are done cutting out your nose and your tail, be sure to take the rest of your paper to the scrap bin, as we will not need it for the rest of the project. Now it's your turn. Cut out your tail and your nose and take care of throwing away your scraps. Now it is time to construct your balloon dog. To make sure that your balloon dog turns out as cool as possible, make sure that you pay attention to the way that the highlights or the white lines are facing on the project. Because these are meant to show a reflection of light, the light is usually coming from the same place, and so the lines should always be facing kind of toward the top of the balloon dog. For example, you can see that on this leg, as I glue it down, I have the white facing up toward the sky. I'll do the same for the back leg. As you glue on each leg, put just a little bit of glue on the end that is going to be touching where the balloon animal's body is. Continue doing this, making sure that those white lines are facing up. We will add 2 legs, 1 neck, a head, an ear, and of course, a tail. You can see that I overlapped the neck over the leg just a little bit. Now it is time to add the head. Again, I use just a little bit of glue and make sure that my white line is on the top side. The ear and the tail will both be glued behind. So in this case, we will put the glue on the front of the piece of paper rather than putting it on the back. I carefully put the glue on the front of the paper, then glue it behind the balloon animal to make it look like my dog has an ear. Repeat that same step with the tail. Now it's time to glue on our last little details. First, we will add on the little tip of the tail by putting some glue on the top of it and sticking it right behind the little tail that is sticking up. The last one is the nose of our balloon dog. Put a tiny dab of glue on the circle that is filled in, then carefully glue it down to the top part of the nose. This will give it that finished balloon animal look. For added fun, you could even try to make a monochromatic background. For this, I will use purple marker on purple paper to add a simple background to show where my balloon dog sculpture might be. This is a fun way to make your project a little bit more interesting.